Hi, we just finished meeting for intonation practice on January 15th. And we started with a very long one, and then they got shorter, and we ran out of time for any others. So we're going to depend on our allies, and others are going to have to belly up the same as we are. That's what it would sound like without any connections or changing going to gonna and have to have to. So first I'll do those, and then looking at connections, depend on our allies. We'll all connect. Others are will connect. Belly up. Just keep your tongue going from the Y to the U. Same as will connect. And we are going from the high E to the lower ah. So words to emphasize I'm going to put gonna. We're going to depend on our allies, and others are going to have to belly up the same as we are. So we're going to depend on our allies, and others are going to have to belly up the same as we are. So a little bit faster. We're going to depend on our allies, and others are going to have to belly up the same as we are. And faster, we're going to depend on our allies, and others are going to have to belly up the same as we are. And much shorter, no worries, I've got it under control. I've got it under. Got it under. We'll all connect. The T's change to D's, and then they'll connect to the following vowel. So no worries, I've got it under control. I've got it under control. Stop worrying. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. So stop worrying. You're, instead of a perfect you're, making. So to make this connection, instead of an ing in the back, making, I'm making an in the front. Making. Na. And then it'll connect. Making. And then mountain is a word you can make with a syllabic N because you can say mountain. It's not wrong with a T. But when your tongue goes up to the N position for mount, which is ready for the T, mount, instead of releasing t with airflow, hold your tongue there and make the N noise. Mountain, mountain. And then that N will connect mountain, ow, duh. The T changes to a D. Va, molehill. Stop worrying. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. Stop worrying. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. And the last one, the shortest one, I'm horrible at it. And horrible, this word can be pronounced with more of an ah, like horrible. More East Coast, so you'll hear horrible maybe. I think the rest of the United States, more general American English, is using or, horrible. Horrible at it. The L connects, the T changes to a D and connects, and the final T you just hold so you won't hear it. I'm horrible at it. I'm horrible at it. All right, without stopping, we're going to depend on our allies, and others are going to have to belly up the same as we are. No worries, I've got it under control. Stop worrying. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. I'm horrible at it. That's a funny one to end on. This is here because of the International Dialects of Archive as an example of a way to hear different accents from different parts of United States. If you want to hear American dialects for each state, as well as from all over the world. So if I just go to Asia and pick a country, and then maybe pick a city. There's not very many. You can hear different accents, and if you are doing any research or you want to compare, they are all reading the same paragraph, so you can compare how people pronounce the same words. And then the second half of each recording is a conversation, and that's usually transcribed down here. So it's a good way to hear maybe other people that from your same city that have a similar accent and compare yours to somebody else's and see where they are in their language learning and their accentedness. It might be a good way to listen to somebody's accent if you have a coworker or a friend that you need more practice listening to. The more you listen to somebody's accent, the easier it gets to understand. There's lots of reasons. I think it's really cool. Special collections, there are examples of general American here. So you can hear these linguists, people that study and really do research on English languages, their pronunciations in general American English. There is no perfect example, but if this is your goal to have a general American sound, then here's some good examples. There's also British, I believe. Um, general American is received. So the received pronunciation, if you are working on a British accent, these are some good examples. I got distracted. All right. Thank you. It was good to see everybody, and we had more people and longer sentences, so we had fewer for the video. But I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.